Hey y'all, it's Bo Brotherton with Better Together Life and the Shed to House Facebook group. Today, I'm going to be telling you about how we are going to spend $1,500 to improve our property. And in my opinion, for us, it is the best way we can spend $1,500 to really set this property up for the future, for more animals, for more fruit trees and swales and permaculture, food forests, everything. And here it is. So you see that big mess over there? That big mess, that desk? Dave Ramsey once said that the organizational state of your desk is the organizational state of your mind. Right now, my mind is a lot like that desk. So this is a little bit of telling you for this $1,500, but also telling you that this is a planning video for what to do to be able to prepare for what we're going to spend this $1,500 for. Because I got lists right here, and this is how you get from suburbia onto your homestead property. It doesn't just happen overnight, y'all. It takes a lot of work and a lot of list making. We are spending $1,500 to hire an owner-operator for 8 hours to bring a forestry mulcher onto this property. You guys, this is so cool. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but a forestry mulcher basically is a skid steer, and on the front is a wood chipper that you can move around anywhere. So if you've ever seen a wood chipper, you gotta like cut things down and drag it to it and just feed it into the wood chipper. I like wood chippers. I think that they're really good, but this is going to help us so much. We're gonna be able to get just an insane amount of work done in one day. Okay, so what that forestry mulcher can do is it can like reach up and just go completely just shred and mulch a tree just all the way down, and then it just becomes like a park setting on the ground. It's just going to have wood chips everywhere, and those wood chips are going to break down and feed the soil. Those wood chips are going to help to control the erosion. On our back south-facing slope that has a 10-foot drop from the top of the forest down to where we want to have the pond, it's going to hold rainwater and create just that water to slow a little bit more. It's going to feed the soil so that whenever we do our swales and our berms, that's going to have more fertility in those berms. Okay, so we don't want a forestry mulcher. Jack Spirko from the Survival Podcast says all the time, you don't want a drill bit, you want a hole. That's exactly it. I don't want a forestry mulcher. I want a place so that I can rotate my animals, so that I don't have to have this electric fencing to be dealing with all of the 60% wooded property that I have. So I want to be able to more easily rotate my animals. So I do need some cleared land. I want better soil. I don't want to get a bulldozer and just bulldoze my entire property and just take all my topsoil off like I did for our 1 acre house clearing. That was a bad idea. So I want better soil. I want less erosion. If I just, go and cut all the trees down with a chainsaw and drag them off and burn them, that really doesn't help my erosion that much. I want to prepare for swales and a pond. So there's all of these things that I want. And the best thing, and this is from Pete Van Dyke, a Drought-Proof Texas. He is our permaculture designer. You saw him in this video right up here, where he's still offering those topo maps for $50 for if you live in Texas. And he said, you guys, if you have $1,000, $2,000, your best money is going to be to get a forestry mulcher on here. And we crunched the numbers. We were supposed to do it about a month ago, but we got it. We're going to take that plunge. We're going to spend, that's a lot of money, but we're going to spend it and try to improve this property, and we're going to bring you guys along. That's what we are. So the other option, the other drill bit, that we could have done is, yes, we could have had goats. A lot of you guys say, you need a goat. There's a hashtag, I need a goat. I'm not excited about goats, but Kelly does not want goats. We have 4 kids that we have to chase around and keep them, safe on this property. We don't necessarily, at this stage of our life, want to be chasing goats and trying to keep them into a fence. The other option is just to save the money, use a chainsaw, cut the stuff down, drag it all into a big pile, and then burn it. That would be kind of fast and cheap, but it doesn't really get us where we're going. It doesn't get us to that end goal very fast. Yes, biochar is great, and you guys know that I love biochar, but that's a lot of dragging of material all into one location just to burn it up into the air. So it's just not something that we want to do. Now, we could do all these things by hand, use a chainsaw, drag everything to one location, and wood chip it, but I'm not doing that. That is so much work using a wood chipper. So this forestry mulcher is the best function stacking $1,500 that we can do so that we can prepare our back property and a little bit of our front so that we can get sheep next, so that we can clear a little bit more space, that we can have better fencing for pigs again in our main 2-acre forest, so that we someday can get some cows onto this property. That is a huge thing that we want. I think we want a dairy cow. I know that we want beef cattle because we eat beef. I like beef. I like pork now. I mean, we love our pastured pork. And so that we can also have more chickens, that we can rotate our laying hens so that we can get more meat birds, and I can tractor them better. I don't have to go around all these thickets everywhere. I can more easily tractor these animals and rotate these animals better on our property. Here's my list that I first talked about. Here's our priorities. Number 1 is that I still want to protect our privacy from our road and to our neighbor. So we love our neighbor, but I don't necessarily want to see them all the time from my front porch. So I don't want to ruin that, and I don't want to ruin any privacy that we have. I don't want to see my county road, and I don't want people driving to be able to see me from there. We have this nice, cool little privacy spot. We have an outdoor shower that we love, and I got to keep the privacy. Number 2 is to clear space for rotating our animals. That's a big thing. Have our chickens. We have our laying hens, we have a little clearing here. Then we have to move 100 yards to go all the way to this next spot. That's a little clearing. Then we got to go 20 yards over here. That's a clearing. It is a lot of work to move all this stuff all around, when what we could do is just move the electric netting here and here and here and here and here. So getting laneways, getting bigger open areas to the back of our property, that is going to be great, so that we have better space, more pasture that we can rotate. Number 3 is we want to push back our 2-acre forest a little bit. So since we've owned this place, that 2-acre forest has probably come to 2.5 acres. So it's growing out. We just need to push it back just a little bit to manage it, because the forest is about to overtake us. And so we just need to manage wise to push it back a little bit further so that we have more pasture and it doesn't encroach us as much. We're not getting rid of the forest. We're just going to push some things back. Number 4, this is the motivation. Kelly has some aesthetics that she wants to do on this property. So I said, hey, honey, I'm all for it, but this is $1,500. We need to be able to have space for the animals and then push back the forest first. So we have 8 hours to have this guy. So if he can get everything done in 6 hours for the animals and for pushing back the forest, and he has an extra 2 hours, then let's get him to clear some space for the pretty things, the landscaping things that Kelly wants for here around the house. Okay, so those are our priorities. Please be sure to follow us on Instagram if you want the up-to-date, all the stories over on Instagram, all of our posts, because it's going to happen on Wednesday. Probably you're not going to get this video of the forestry mulcher by either Thursday or maybe Saturday of next week. Definitely go follow us on Instagram so you don't miss that. I'm excited. I'm excited. Can you tell that I'm excited? Okay, I got a lot of work to get done. We'll see y'all. Bye.